Welcome back to Ondicho Family YouTube channel. I'm trying to gain some courage to speak in front of a camera, and I really appreciate for this is the second video, and so far I can say we have some subscribers, and they say a journey of 1,000 miles starts by one step. Thank you everyone for subscribing to this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is going to be an inspiration to many because uh, I've seen so many people grow from one subscriber, they go to 10, 20, as they keep on growing. I've seen a number of people growing their channels. For this channel, we're going to discuss a variety of issues, a number of issues which are very, very vital to so many people, like from the way I grow, my growth as a person, from back in Sambret Estate. If someone who has watched this video and they know somewhere called Sambret, Sambret is a place in Kericho. It's a tea plantation where people work. That's the place where I was born. It's called Kericho. If you have managed to be in Sambret or an estate farm, you can just comment down here. Sambret is a place where in Kericho, on your way from Kericho town to Sambret, you go to Sotik, and then you will go to Kimugu, then you will go to Sambret, whereby I was privileged to see elephants. Some years back, that was in the year when I realized myself, that was in the year 2001. 2000, that's when I realized myself. I knew that I'm Simon. Uh, so I've told you my second name, guys. My name is Ondicho, and the other one is Simon. So Sambret is where I was born. That is the place where my life started. It was the year 2001, 2000, when we were seeing so many people plucking tea. One day I will take you to that place, and you'll be excited to see the place, guys. So in some places where I schooled from class 1 to class 3, then when I was in that's when I was in nursery school. I can recall very well I used to be position 1, and then the challenge was, once you be position 1 and you are in nursery school, you are given a bread and a soda to take while the others are watching you, and you are placed on top of a table so that people can see you how you are eating, so that they can be challenged. When you are a kid, you can be challenged by food. You're given some prizes so that maybe you can do more, you can put more effort so that you can perform well. So I was privileged to be among the kids who are being given bread and soda to consume, because I was being position 1. That is then when I was in nursery school. So it was an amazing experience, I can say, being a kid and being a small boy back there in Sampret, where we used to have I can remember our televisions were not there, but we had one in a place called a canteen. So if you have managed to be in Kericho, or you have been in these tea plantation estates, you can comment down here and say, hey, yeah, surely there is a television. And back then there was no electricity in Kericho, that is in Sambret. We only had a generator. So our parents used to go and watch news in a canteen whereby everybody was watching because there was no electricity. It was a nice experience. I can say, if you are taken back to those days when we have a telephone booth, not right now that everybody has a smartphone. In the canteen is where we had a telephone booth whereby you go and make calls. When you have money, it was using shillings. That is, we had 50 cent and 1 shilling, I can remember. So that is the place. The canteen is kind of it was a common place whereby we had people. That's the place where people can go and take tea, can watch news, can watch football. That is the time I watched my first. I can say my first World Cup final. That is in 2002 FIFA World Cup. I watched the game. It was a final between Brazil and Germany. That's where we know the. If you are a football fan, you know someone like Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, and we have the best goalkeeper, Oliver Kahn. So if you can remember, if you are a football fan and you go to history, you can check that in 2002 is when we had a final, which was Brazil and Germany. That was the first game I ever watched and realized myself that there is football in this world. So Being in Kericho was an amazing place because we used to stay in estate, that kind of, we used to stay in cubes. If you have ever been to these estates, you can tell how people are surviving. So when I was, it was an amazing place to be. But as you grow, you realize that surely things are changing. And in that place, we are depending purely on tea plantation. That is, our parents can go and pluck tea. Then once they pluck tea, then at the end of the month, they get some wages, which was surviving us. So I can say it's an emotional thing for anyone who has ever been to Kericho or to this. Like now, I can say we will have some guys who will come across this video, maybe who are in a place called Ringo in a estate. For those guys who come from a place that have stayed for long called Ikonge. So we will come to realize that these are some of the places, maybe one of the fine days when I will travel, I will just show you guys those buildings where people are staying, and then the tea plantation. These are the kind of content you will expect because we will have to start from somewhere. As I've given you a snippet of what is happening and where I came from. So my parents used to work as tea pluckers in Kericho back then, before they both retired, and now they went back home. So this is just I want to give someone an inspiration that you cannot stay in the same place for long. And then the more you grow, the more you realize that things change. And the more you become a very, as you grow up, you realize that life is not what you think it is. Uh, there are so many things that you will face in life that will make you understand that, hey, surely things can change. For this, I just want to say thank you for those who have subscribed to this channel. Thank you for taking your time and watching this video up to this end. And I really appreciate the effort you have done for trusting Simon, trusting on Dicho family, and coming here to watch. So whatever I've said, it's a story that we will be capturing. We will go to episodes whereby we will have to see this. I know so many of you didn't encounter this kind of life whereby your parents were working somewhere, whereby you used to stay as a group. So it's a process that we will say uh, it's inspiring because, well, okay, let me give you another one. So when we were in Kericho, uh, after the parents have finished plucking tea, that is during lunchtime, they were given porridge. So find parents queuing and queuing on the queue and getting porridge. You get I'll share a picture here. So see that picture. So parents were queuing and getting porridge. And then when extra porridge was remaining and we were in school, the porridge was being brought to school, and then we were also taking the porridge. So it's and the porridge was very sweet, and I can tell you it's just maize porridge, not the sorghum one. Or we call the millet or sorghum. You guys, you can tell me in the comment below. So it's a nice experience. It's a life that when you are there, you really enjoy. And I can tell you guys, there's no place you can say that life is just it's just enjoyable and everything. But when you accept where you are and work towards a certain place or a certain having a target, everything will be okay. Thank you guys. I just request you guys subscribe to this YouTube channel and you will get amazing content. Thank you, and have a good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Bye bye, guys.